This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
You are what you watch. Hello, my name is Harriton Watco. Welcome to our program. Let us start with what I call the tyranny of the masses. The massa that we cannot control simply because of a democracy wherein the majority will lead. But does the majority know exactly what they require? Or are they passive and very busy with what you call teleserias? The ignorance towards a scheming ploy by media to brainwash, to entertain, and bring to a land of fantasy because of some escapism, if that's what you call it, to escape into the land of mystery and fantasy. That is not being a body politic. I know politics can be boring to many people, and to you that watch, it probably is not, because you understand the content and the veracity of what goes on in this channel. But the problem is, how do the rest of the people perceive the direction of the country towards a prosperity rather than that road to perdition? Ang problema po natin, ang masa ay doon nasisira ang pagtatakbo ng gobyerno. Why is it that the scandals that are breaking news in the ports have no follow-through with the very people they complain about? You call these people the smugglers, the sugar smugglers, wherein government people are now being implicated. How do we fathom the concept of alternative issues that pertain back to the murder of the SAF 44? How do we expect to understand the DAP that actually bought the Senate as a whole to bring down no less the Supreme Justice, the Supreme Court Justice? How do we get to understand or even absorb the consequence of PDAF, the dynasties that control? Now we've got Smartmatic to deal with for a third time. And it seems, regardless of all the complaints, they are going to rule once again and choose who will be the leaders of this country. Now, that will turn us over. We senior citizens obviously already complain about it, but obviously, it is the masses that will decide, and it is our fate that they will decide. Tama ba po yun? In your neighborhood where you live, who controls? Those who service the neighborhood, which is maybe middle class to affluent, because they have the majority, or you, the homeowner, the association that comes together to control and put under rule of law what you think you require for your residents? Which way is that supposed to go? It seems our country has become very dependent on what we call media, what we call the teleserias, what we call the masses that rule us. And the sad part, and ironically, it is they who suffer the consequence, the pollution in the street, where these jeepneys that have no longer any age requirement, 70, 80 years in jeepney plying our roads. Katakot-takot. Pero ang nangyayari, okay lang, sakayan pa rin. Sila ang humihinga ng polusyon. And yet, they allow it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is imperative you and I understand the politics of the day. The elections have begun, no doubt. Who cares about the rule of law? Who cares about no campaigning? Alam mo naman, the COMELEC is a big joke. Alam naman natin, the COMELEC is there for Smartmatic. Now, ganun lang nangyayari. Everyone's campaigning. Rojas is campaigning. He's with government. Noynoy is campaigning for Rojas. Everybody else is campaigning. You name it. Andiyan na po lahat sila. So, ang rule of law, wala na. Let's discuss now, going forward, what can we expect in the next 10 months? Will the Liberal Party explode? Will they self-destruct? Because we all know it's no longer the president that controls, but the Liberal Party that controls the president. With us, we have former Governor Homobono Adasa. I'd like to congratulate you, Gob. You have a weekly article now sa Manila Times. Ang galing, you have now joined ang mga malalakas na boses na lumalabas sa Manila Times. But welcome to the show.
Well, Harry, I'd like to express my thanks to you because were it not for you, I'll not be writing in the Manila Times.
But you deserve to write. The one thing people I don't think realize, the one expertise that is really you, is your ability to write. The number of books. In fact, we have to launch 5 other books. We've launched one here, which was the latest, but the 5 others that you did not even really launch.
We'll
You
launch
just
it
keep
here.
writing. We'll launch it. We will launch it soon. Now, what is your take? Anong base nyo sa nangyayari ngayon? You got 10 months into the election. Let's go month per month. What can we expect in the next 3 months? Oh, muna, until now until end of the year. Buti muna.
Well, the expectations is that there will be intense campaigning. There will be realignment. But this is what people should take into consideration. There is not only one decision maker in this country. Every citizen is a decision maker. You are a decision maker. I am a decision maker. Everyone here is a decision maker. Their problem
Yes.
is if one decision maker decides against elections, they'll have a major problem in their hands. You know how I see things. I want a solution which is peaceful. That's why I organized the constitutional transition government. It's a peaceful approach to our problems, and it's based on the Constitution.
Pero binababoy na ang Constitution. The very conflict that Grace Poe is facing is unconstitutional, and they're gonna force it, politicizing the decision of no less Justice Carpio. I don't understand this. I don't understand where it's going, and yet those people who are non-lawyers, who are already, how did he say it? They're challenging the rule of law of no less Justice Carpio from the Supreme Court. They're forcing the issue.
Well, Harry, I would like to express a dissenting opinion from the opinion of Justice Carpio. I understand he graduated from the University of Philippines.
Yes, UPN.
My advice to him is he should read his books. I'm afraid that he has not been reading his books. To begin with, under the Retention and Reacquisition Act.
So, boto ka si Grace Poe, natural born?
Yes, at the beginning, without studying the matter, I said,
No.
no. But after having studied the matter very thoroughly, I said, he can run for president.
Because of international
and
law?
he is, no. Because of our domestic laws. First, natural born. Is that a legal concept? Natural born is not a legal concept. It's a factual concept. I was
Okay,
natural
factual.
born.
Tama, factual, that's
Yeah,
it.
they cannot deny that I am a natural born here. Can we deny that Grace Poe is natural born? She was a foundling, meaning she was not found in New York. She was found in the Philippines. The assumption, the presumption of law is he is natural born. He's natural born. Then citizenship is a legal concept. All right. Under Republic Act 9225, from Section 2 up to Section 5, it states categorically that a Filipino who becomes a citizen of a foreign country does not lose his or her citizenship simply because he became a citizen in the other country. All he needs to do when he comes back to the Philippines is to swear to an oath of allegiance to the Republic of the Philippines. And for people who have intentions to run for public office, before running for public office, they also swear to allegiance to the Republic of the
So what you're
Philippines.
saying is, based on legal issues,
Local, not international.
local, sige, basta all legal and rule of law,
Law, issue.
dapat pwede siya.
Yes.
Oh, sige, I'll give you that.
She
I'll
can
give you
run.
that. Kasi
She can run as much as she want, but whether she'll get there is another matter.
ako iba issue ko dyan, as I said in my intro. My issue with Grace po, other than being natural born, which is the legal and factual issue, which can be, I give you that. I'm not sure I would like a president in our country who has sworn allegiance to the United States of America. I'm not sure.
Would you like a president in this country who swears allegiance to himself and not to the Republic of the Philippines? Take a look at Pinoy. I'll cite Pinoy as an example. Under Section 5 of Article 7 of the Constitution, what is his oath? I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully and conscientiously fulfill my duties as president, preserve and defend the Constitution,
Oh, yun.
execute its laws, do justice to everyone, and conserve myself to the service of the nation. Examine the oath of Pinoy. He has violated every provision of his oath, and take into consideration what are the oaths of the senators involved in PDAP, involved in the crooks in immigration, the crooks in... They swear to the country, but their loyalty is to themselves. So, from my point of view, oaths are useless in this country. You can have as many as 20 oaths. None of them will be honored. It depends on the character of the person. The character is important.
How can we, Bono, how do we predetermine? How can we judge? Alam mo, malalim kayo mag-isip, and I give you the legal point of view. Talo ako dyan. Kaya lang ako personally talaga hindi pwedeng maging presidente ang si Grace po. Para sa akin, number one, yung pamilya niya Amerikano lahat yan nag-pledge allegiance yan sa Amerika. Okay, leave it at that. Now, let's go forward. Let's go a little bit more forward. Ano mangyayari ngayon yan? Anong base mo? The president keeps stumbling every week. There is something he seems to when he opens his mouth, he gets into trouble.
He dishonors his oath every time he opens his mouth. And saying, loyalty to the United States. Harry, let's be realistic. Every president of this country is a stooge of the United States of America. Even Marcos, except on his final year or so. All of them are stooges of the Republic.
Because of the power America,
Yes.
economic.
And they are controlled by colonial
It
mind.
is wrong.
It's
It is
definitely wrong.
Where do we find the president that will rule for the Philippines?
Rule for the
No,
Philippines.
who will we find? Who is capable then?
All right. Out of 100 million Filipinos, there must be one in every million who can do that. Your task and mine
Is to identify
is
that
to identify that
Nako.
person. But me, I have no problem. I have no problem with
You've
that.
identified that person.
Yes, I have identified that person.
Let's go straight to the point.
If
Who
I
is-
cannot find anybody else and I cannot find
You will
anybody
rule.
else, of course I will rule. Why? I can do that. I'll tell the Americans to go to hell.
But you've already tried. The majority has not accepted you.
No,
It's called the election.
I did not run for the presidency. And besides, as I said, I'm not interested to run. I'm interested to sit, whatever that means. Okay. Whatever that means.
Okay, let's clarify that. Then let's go
okay.
further. Explain
Okay.
that part.
I am for a constitutional transition government. What is a constitutional transition government? It's a revolutionary government. And in a revolutionary government, the government is the law and the leader is the lawgiver.
Okay.
There are three ways of forming a CTG, constitutional transition government, under the Constitution.
Ah,
The President, under Section 1 and Section 3 of Article 2. The military, under Section 3 of Article 2.
coup d'etat.
And the people, not necessarily coup d'etat. All they need to do is, hey, politicians.
We take over.
No, they will not take over. We will form a constitutional transition government. These are the people we think can be best for the country in a period of 6 years. We are out of power. We are not interested in power. We will only sit with as the protector of the people and the state that these guys will behave will
However ideal it can sound, I don't know how you can implement this. You've got the dynasties that rule in Congress. You've got the senators that were bribed already and that go after the money. Plus the fact that all senators are likely to become president, so they think, or the perception is that one day they all will become president. How are you going to go against the power of money and authority which they hold?
That's why I want to sit. You don't need, Harry, you don't need so much money to form a constitutional transition government. Even Mao Zedong agrees with a number of people, including me, that the most important human instrument in any particular activity is the human will. His example is, there's a guy with a 45 caliber pistol, and there's a guy with a Batangas knife. The Batangas knife is determined to plant
Correct.
into the breast of the one holding the 45 caliber pistol.
Unahan na lang silang dalawa.
No, the 45 caliber pistol holder is not determined to squeeze the trigger. So who wins? It's
Siyempre,
the guy with the
oo.
knife. So
The
it is-
determination is what you're saying.
yes, so it is in this country today. They just continue campaigning. But decisions have also been made on a certain level that elections will not happen. How it will be done, I don't know. I'm not the one behind the move. I'm not
But
the
you're saying that
Then,
there is
my-
now
mine is
a
an-
movement in motion,
yes,
in progress, as we
mine,
speak.
mine is an analysis.
Ah.
In the words of Montaigne, it's a discourse, because analysis does not render you vulnerable to inciting to sedition. If I advocate, I'll be,
Rebellious in nature.
yeah, it will be rebellious in nature, and I will tread on the very dangerous line. I'm telling these politicians that they should not behave like gods in this country. They should not behave. They're not gods in this country. They are no less different from you and me, except that they have more money. They have
But
power.
this is exactly what's happening, though.
Yeah.
They are misbehaving,
But-
every single one of them.
But remember, Harry, the most powerful, the most brilliant president of this country, he was not removed by the people. He was removed by the oligarchs here in Metro Manila because they were the ones who funded EDSA 1. It's not the people. The people did not go to EDSA simply because they went there on their own free will. No, they were all funded by the outsiders among the oligarchs and the
Well,
privileged elements.
literally, nagtanggal sa presidente mga Amerikano.
Okay.
Literally. They plucked him out of Malacanang in a
Okay.
helicopter.
Okay, now, the point is this. Do they think that there is no Filipino capable of it, of putting the pieces together? Remember, Marcos, the most brilliant president, was removed in 7 days. Okay, Americans, as you say, do I have a dissenting opinion on that matter? Because I was there on the thick of the fight. No? And Iraq was removed in a day. Removed
Correct.
in, so,
One day, yeah.
they're still 10 months away. A lot of things can happen between now and the election. So,
Tingin mo,
the-
aabot tayo sa eleksyon?
I don't think so, if the pieces can be put together.
Okay, we're going to have to take a short break. Ladies and gentlemen, we are confronted with what we call a jigsaw puzzle. Every piece has a particular part and has to have a perfect fit, or else the future will not unfold. Now, he who has that puzzle, or even understands the shapes that need to be fitted into, is the person who controls. So, who is this person? What is that piece? And what are the parameters of this puzzle that seems to be unfolding? Stay with us, we'll be right back.